Few topics in eastern Washington that can divide people more than wolves. As the wolf populations continue to grow, so does the conflict with cattle ranchers, especially in the northeastern part of the state.
So as both sides struggle, 2 on Your Side's Whitney Ward found there is another group working hard to find a middle ground. And she saw some of their efforts firsthand.
So we first found elk, it was down on that ridge down there.
This is part of the land that Ron Eslick and his family have been grazing their cattle now for about 30 years. It's a combination of state and federal land, about 13,000 acres. Right now we are standing in what is considered the Togopak territory. Ron tells me that his family has been grazing cattle here for more than 3 decades and have had very few problems, but that's all started to change just in the last few years.
When that wolf gets a hunger pain, he's going to feel it.
Raising cattle in Ferry County has never been easy.
So how long has your family been up here on this land?
Since 47.
But for Ron Eslick, it's never been harder than right now.
The day that their wolf killed that calf over there, all my cows was right here in a tight circle right here.
He tells me he's lost 3 calves just this year to wolf attacks.
And that was all scuffed up there where she's fighting it off.
In May, it was a weeks-old calf killed right along the fence line near his property outside of Kettle Falls. Just 7 miles south of the Canadian border, he is deep in Washington wolf country.
They might be even watching us from right up here.
There are 22 confirmed packs in the state, about 120 wolves, nearly half of them right here in Ferry County, where many ranchers have been grazing cattle for generations.
What does it mean for you business-wise when you lose a calf like that?
$1,400.
Does it? Why turn them out here?
Well, it's why turn them out here?
Yeah.
Because that's the thing to do.
It's the thing to do. But would it be safer if they were in a pasture?
Yeah, but then that's more expensive, and without the wolves, you didn't have to worry about it.
But now he does worry about it, and so do dozens of other livestock producers who typically turn their cattle out in the spring to roam free on huge, densely forested grazing allotments from the U.S. Forest Service.
So how many cows do you still have out there today, do you think?
I should have a dozen out there.
The problem is, in deep woods like these, cows tend to scatter, making it harder for them to cluster together and protect themselves from wolves.
Could they be anywhere on any of these peaks around us?
Yes, that Togopak could go clear down to Big Bowl.
On this day, Ron let me ride along as he checked on his herd. But over 13,000 acres, we only found tracks, not a single cow. Weeks later, he tells me they all came in except one, another loss he attributes to wolves.
What do you say to the people who say, what do you expect these wolves to do? Because we're out in their territory.
Well, what I say to them is they don't know the situation. They don't know what's going on here. I seen their tracks.
He tells me what's going on is the wolves are thriving, while small family-run cattle operations like his are going extinct. And somewhere in these woods, gray wolves and cows are trying to coexist, but only one is a protected species under the active management of Washington's Department of Fish and Wildlife.
And you guys are often seen as just anti-wolf, right?
Yeah.
You just want to kill them all, right?
Yeah.
And is that necessarily the case?
No, that's not really the case. Because we didn't ask for them to come in. We didn't want them to come in, but what do you do?
Do you think that there's a place for them in this area?
No.
No?
No.
But they're already here, so now what?
Yeah, we just got to put up with it, don't we? We got to change our ways, probably.
And for Ron, he's already changed. Next year, he's planning to sell the majority of his cows, and for the few that he keeps, he'll graze them off of the range, away from the wolves.
She got a droopy ear, and I was going to sell her.
He says right now it's the only way in Ferry County to have both.
I think we'll all survive.
Yeah. The wolves too?
Yeah, they will too, definitely.
He just doesn't know at what cost.
So that is one side of this wolf story, but there is another side from the conservationists who are working so hard to protect the wolves that are causing so many problems for ranchers like Ron. We're back with that side of the story in less than 90 seconds.